Nice shirt, Dylan.
Where's the 12 year?
You do have it?
Nobody cares.
Jeez, it's starting early today.
It's a great opener.
It's starting early today. Welcome to Curiosity Public. My name is Dutch.
My name is Jules.
Deferential Dylan.
Or we could have said
graphic.
we could have said konnichiwa. Because today we're doing a very special one of our world famous drink-throughs. That's right. Drink-through of... We've already done a Suntory drink-through.
Right.
This is a drink-through of Hibiki, or as Jules calls it, Hibiki.
Hibiki.
And what we have here is a pretty good assortment of, I'd say maybe most of the Hibiki releases. There are, like, I think Dylan is going to get on our case about not having the 12-year.
He already did.
But this is kind of a nice assortment of them. And this is essentially like blended Japanese whiskey. If you think of, Yamazaki and the Hakushu and the Cheetah as the single malts, this is the blend. And what do we have here? Should we go down the line? Get these out of the box?
Hibiki.
Thanks,
Hibiki.
So we do have the regular Hibiki blend here. It's called, what is it called now? Japanese Harmony. We then have the Master Select, the Blossom, the Blenders Select, the 17-year, and the Lauded 21. So let's get started. Actually, first, let's get these out of the box. All right, ready? Yeah, look at that. All the bottles magically out of the boxes.
Magically delicious.
What a nice looking lineup.
It's pretty cool.
It's really interesting, too. We kind of have these in order of price more than anything else. The cheapest down here, the most expensive down there. But as far as darkness or lightness, it really looks like... So it looks like the Masters is definitely darker than the Harmony.
Right.
Or the Blossom. It also looks like the Blenders is a little bit darker than the 17, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So...
But else, is it just the lighting for me?
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell with the lighting in here, but let's kick things off with regular old Hibiki Harmony.
Exciting.
Let's take a look at the bottle. Now, we probably went into a little more depth in the original drink through about what this is and the facets, the bottle shape and all that stuff, which is really great. Mm-hmm. I think we even did a review of this bottle back in the day, so if we did, we'll link to it. It's probably bad because it's probably really old, but that's how we roll. Now, I have to complain about the bottle because I cannot pour from these bottles.
It's got that short neck.
It's really hard to pour from, so in order not to spill half the bottle on the table, I am going to go against my usual methodology and actually pick the glasses up because we are going to be dealing with some pretty expensive bottles here, and not this one is, but
it's just practicing for the end.
I don't want to waste too much of it. So
Dutch likes the long thing necks.
Yes.
Nets.
Long thing necks.
Sounds like there's an X in that word somewhere. All right.
It's NECTS.
Okay. Necks. Okay, how's the nose?
I do like. You know what I really like? I like
the floral.
Yeah.
I like this as a
Balance.
It has a like the stamp of Suntory. Meaning
Yeah.
like, you have that very distinct
profile.
flavor
Yeah.
combination. You could tell that this is different than Nika.
Yeah.
Right, and it's very different from kind of the newer up and coming. Whether you can argue say that
craft.
it's a true Japanese whiskey
Right.
or whiskey of Japan. It's
Whiskey of Japanese descent.
yeah. So something
Also
like
Scottish
that.
descent.
Yeah. So
It's very pleasant.
Very.
I mean,
So what is it?
No
Let's
rough
describe
edges.
it. Let's describe it.
There's a lot of summer fruits in here.
Yep.
There's floral components.
Yep.
There's the touch of warm oak.
Yeah.
Very, very minor.
yeah,
But
a little
very
bit
nice.
of a little bit like the peaty,
Yeah, slight touch.
just
Slight
a
touch.
It's
very
really
very
slight,
small
though.
amount.
It's very pleasant.
Yeah.
It's inviting. I get a lot of peach, like peach ring almost.
Yeah, yeah. I would say that. I mean, I'm talking summer fruits.
Yeah.
You
Summer
get a
fruits
little bit of that summer fruit.
with the floral on top and like a honey drizzle almost. I mean, it's really a lot of sweet.
A lot of sweet.
All right, shall we go in, guys?
I don't know if I can be convinced that there's like a earthy or herbaceous component.
You know what it might be like? It's like you have a fruit salad and you put a little mint on top of it.
Yeah.
You know how it can
like
kind of
that.
incorporate with the fruit flavors.
Like
and
the
it almost-
garnish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A soupçon.
Yeah, but it's like it's served on a
Emphasis on
like an oak bark.
All right, I'm going in.
delicious.
Wow.
Absolutely delicious.
You know, I don't go back to this. I mean, I have a bottle on the shelf, but I never reach for it.
Yeah.
But whenever I do,
It's so good.
It's really good. I mean, I think you pay for balance.
Yeah.
And I think that's that's the common theme with these Suntory releases.
Yeah.
The balance is always what you're paying for. I mean, does it have like the punchiness of some of the Scotch releases? No. You're not going to get the strong spectrum of sweetness that you see in Speyside.
Yeah.
You're not get the strong peaty or smoky components of Isla. You're not getting any of those things. And you get this very harmonious, balanced, well-rounded, very soft body flavor.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's still a little bit of a bite
Yeah.
from the proof. It's not crazy.
I don't get that much of a bite.
It's pleasant to me.
I mean, if I
It's
could,
not bland.
the way I would,
You're almost making it sound
It's
like
not
it's
bland. That's
reaching
what I mean.
bland.
Like, it's
but
still
yeah.
kind of punchy.
It's more like
the flavors
I think
are
it's
strong.
like a study in subtlety.
Yeah.
I will say that I think my criticism of this release is that the finish is not as elegant as I would like.
Yeah.
Or as long.
I like the straightforward finish of Yamazaki and Hakushu.
This is a very soft finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would even argue Cheetah's finish, while it's very caustic and harsh, has its own distinct,
More distinct,
personality.
yeah.
Here, it's kind of like sanded down and mellowed out. And so
Yeah, I see that.
it's pleasant. It's very, very pleasant.
All right. Well, speaking of pleasant, let's move on. I don't know why that's the segue, but that's what I'm going to use.
That's all we got.
Terrible.
All right. Pass on down the Masters Select.
All right, now we're talking.
So this is one that I found this at duty free for around 150, I think it was. And Masters Select, see the back there. What's the deal with this? This is just a different blend? Do we know? Do we know? It says specially selected for complexity and richness.
Yeah, so it's just basically barrel selection, right?
It looks older. I mean, just by the color alone. Yeah. It's much darker. All right, let's give it a try. So the Master Select, the box says nothing. It doesn't say what's special about it. Just a different blend. Okay, guys, how is the nose on the Master? Oh, wow.
Oh.
It's just got a whole nother level, you know?
Very concentrated
turned
flavors.
up the
You know what?
intensity.
You know what? Really stands out with this is the cooked stewed fruits. The stewed fruit
All the
is
flavors are
much
intense.
more
Yeah.
prominent
I think all of them
than
are.
the other one.
Oh, you're drinking it already.
Like now I'm
just
getting,
talking nose, man.
I'm just getting like, bright fruit, like crazy though. Like, peach turned up a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, everything is just punching
like,
harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I mean, even
definitely-
the honey's punching really hard.
Yeah,
And a little bit more oak.
Yeah, more oak.
I really like this.
More robust across
Yeah,
the nose.
I think it's an elevation from
Absolutely.
the previous.
Yeah,
I would argue that this is probably what the old Hibiki used to be back in the
Yeah.
day, probably about 10 years ago.
So not that old.
Yeah. All right, should we go in?
Oh, I already went.
Palate.
There's that finish too, man. Wow.
It's significantly better for me.
Finish is better.
Significantly
I would
better.
say
Way better.
it's double.
Yeah.
Double.
Yeah.
It's double the price. It's double the quality.
Double
I think.
the pleasure.
It's legit good. I mean, it's like you just intensified everything. You just turned up the gain by 2.
Yeah.
It's just
Yep.
Yeah, and that allows you to identify the flavors better and definitely get the peach
Yeah.
at every level. I'm talking jam and
Honey,
stew.
peach.
You get a little bit of that honey, although
No, man,
I'm not sure if it's honey. I think it's just like more fruity, like fructose. I like fruit juices, like concentrated fruit juices. This is what I'm getting. What I love about this one is you get
the oak.
you know what I like? I like the dates, like the raisins. That's what you're starting to get. And it's there that the previous,
That's
the
really
regular
subtle for me.
Hibiki didn't have.
That's really
No, it's on the flavor. Okay, think dates and raisins.
Power suggestion.
California
Yeah,
raisins.
there it is.
I don't get
Drink
that.
it.
I still get the summer
Drink
fruits.
it.
Me too.
Raisins, drink.
I mean, it's like you took prune juice and boiled it down, but a little less sweet. Maybe
That's reaching, I think.
No,
It is kind of
thanks.
nice.
No,
To me, it's the way the oak richness intensifies
Yes.
everything.
Yeah.
It's
But it's still balanced.
But it's still balanced. It's not drying. It's not tannic
Yeah.
at all.
I get it on the finish too.
The oak?
No, the raisins.
The raisin?
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about.
It's right there.
It's more just like a cooked summer's fruit to me.
Me too.
Where it's
Stewed
gotten
fruits.
caramelized.
Well, no, stewed fruits
Yes,
are there.
exactly.
But I
Yeah,
think
it's gotten
one of them,
caramelized.
like what I like about it is I can identify the fruit. Whereas the previous one is just kind of general broad.
I think it's like a intensified grape versus prune
like a raisin.
or a plum. Not dehydrated,
dehydrated,
and overly sugared, but the original fruit just stewed. That's what I mean. So a stewed plum versus a prune.
Yeah. Or a stewed
That's
grape.
because it's sweet, but it's not like that sugary sweetness you get from the dried product.
Yeah.
It's juicier, if that makes sense.
It does to me. Dylan's all dry.
Jeez, man.
Dried and shriveled.
That's my heart.
Your soul. I almost don't want to move on from this.
I know, this is really enjoyable.
The drinkability factor on this is
It's insanely good.
it's double.
10?
It's double that of the previous.
Oh wow.
I really appreciate this. This is delicious.
It's a work of art. Hey, it's a master's work.
I mean, it's just barrel selection, right?
All right, well, we do have to keep moving, unfortunately, so let's make our way to the Blossom. All right, pass on down the Blossom Harmony. Very cool looking bottle. This is an annual release. You can see there, this is the 2022. Also 43%, like all the other ones. It's got the red motif there on this, and I think the box had... The box is the most kind of unique
Right, 'cause it's
looking
white.
box.
with
Well,
the
the
red
bottle for this year, they kind of skimped on the design.
Yeah, they sometimes have like the really
Yeah.
amazingly decorated
I mean, I have the
bottles.
previous year, and the previous year was just beautiful.
And the point of this one is to really to highlight the floral components, right?
Harmoniously?
Well, one would hope.
Wow, look at these pores.
Well, I'm being careful, man. These are hard
know,
bottles to
it's-
get your hands on these days.
I'm impressed.
The price of Japanese whiskey these days, you got to be careful.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Price point on this one around 200, right?
No, I paid more than that.
299,
To probably close to that. Yeah.
250, I think is what you paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. How is the nose?
Whoa.
Definitely.
There's
Different.
your raisin, dude.
There's the raisin.
this
Yeah.
is-
Yeah, man.
this
There's
is,
your plum.
No,
floral.
no,
Yeah,
I don't think it's the
floral.
darker fruits here. I don't think it's
I'm
the
getting
darker
that.
fruits. I think it's
There's a touch of
it's ripe fruit. It's not. It hasn't been concentrated. I think it has more of the floral component
Yeah.
and a little bit of more of the
definitely
white
does.
sugars.
It's almost like rose.
It's brighter. It's brighter than the previous.
Definitely brighter. There's not as much oak on the nose.
Yeah.
The sweetness is fruitier. It's like it really tastes. It's like the blossom of a fruit tree.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting a little bit of the fruit on the aroma, but you're also getting that nectar smell from the flower.
No, you know what it is? This is the fruit basket, okay? And the previous
garnish.
one is just the jam,
Yeah.
the summer jams.
Yeah, that's your Harry and David gift box with the jams.
It's like a Fig Newton, man.
I'm not getting that much fig. I'm getting a touch.
It's there, man.
Fig?
Yeah, there's some dark fruit in there. Yeah, you're right.
Not getting that on the thing. It's really pleasant.
Very pleasant. Should we go in? Try the palate?
Going in.
I mean, this screams, or should I say, it echoes summer.
Wow. Sweet. Syrupy sweet. On the
Syrupy.
finish.
Wow. It's
Great
it's-
mouthful.
Yeah, basically, like, if I said, if you have, like, the spectrum of flavors, spectrum of flavors, excuse me, spectrum of flavors, and the previous one had lots of, like, cooking fruits and jams and all this kind of stuff. It just kind of shifts more towards the ripe fruits, unripe
Brighter fruit.
fruits,
Yeah, unripe.
brighter things, floral.
Well, it's like you take away the oak from the master, and instead you replace it with bright fruit flavors. That's really what it tastes like to me. They're kind of like opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, I don't get as much dates. I don't get as much raisin.
So
in this.
Matthew McConaughey would say you take the Hibiki Harmony. If you add the bass to it, you get the Master's Select. If you add the treble to it, you're getting the Harmony, the Blossom.
Oh, you were using a music analogy. Got it.
One more sip here.
Oh, I will once again echo what I said earlier, which is that you are paying for balance. You are paying for balance.
Which one do you like better between the two that we just had? The Blossom and the Master?
They're two different beasts.
They really are, aren't they?
I can't pick one because it presents with me with different academic exercises.
I almost do feel like...
Masters.
I was going to say, this is This is more for like a bourbon drinker. This is more for a Scotch drinker. I feel like the Masters is more on the bourbon profile. The Blossom's a little bit more on the like a Speyside single malt type of flavor profile. I mean, they're very different, and it's a mood thing. It would be a mood thing for me. Like, what do I feel like having?
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
There can only be two. So who's your second here? Jules, because you can control his mind.
No, he's already like Duchess Toady, man. Yes, Duchess correct.
Wow. Okay.
I run on both sides. Just he happens to be more correct than you.
Never.
I'm just nicer. That's all.
I'm nice. Extremely nice.
Okay. Well,
You're the man of the
I think
people.
somebody the other day said
You're the man of the people who doesn't care about the people.
it's like I'm super, super nice.
all right. We're moving on to the next one. Blender Select. All right. Pass on down the Blenders Select. Blender's Choice, sorry. So this one, I think it's priced kind of around the price of the Blossom. I think it was like $2.99-ish.
Yeah.
Try to pop up the actual price paid here. Very expensive, very dark. Just looking at the color in the bottle, much darker than the Blossom. This is a re-imported export, which is so weird to me. But this is not one that is sold here in the U.S. regularly. I don't think I've ever even seen this one at duty free. It might be, but this is obviously a Japanese import. So Blender's Choice on the back, you can see that.
I mean, it's in duty free sometimes in Japan, in Hong Kong, Singapore. You'll sometimes see it. I think you can see it in Taipei, Taiwan. Wow. I didn't see it in the Philippines, though.
Poor country.
All right, how's the nose? Whoa.
Weird. I feel like it's not as intense though.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the middle channel.
I know.
This is the middle channel between the other two. I like it. It's got a bit of the dark that the Masters had, and it's got the floral that the Blossom had. It might almost be most similar to the...
I think it's more similar to...
Yeah, but everything is
I agree.
a little more evenly.
Right now, so far, the aroma, it's not teaching me anything. So I'm not as excited.
Yeah, we've been
as
here
the
before.
previous one.
Yeah.
We've been here before, no doubt.
Didn't we just leave this party?
All right, let's try the palate. Maybe it'll blow us away on the palate.
Wow.
Oh, the mouthfeel is fantastic. Flavors are very much like the regular Harmony.
I mean, like, unfortunately, the first thing that came to my mind was disappointment.
Really?
Yeah, because it was just like, the flavor was...
mellow.
Well, I mean, not disappointed that it doesn't taste good.
it's good.
I think
It's just that for the price, I think I could get a similar experience down there. And I go, well, I would rather pick the first three in order for me to have like this
experience.
very interesting variety on my shelf. This one is, I would say, an elevated version of the Hibiki for sure.
Regular, yeah.
I think the flavors are slightly more concentrated. It is focusing on balance. What did I say? Focusing on balance, and then but it doesn't punch. It doesn't punch, and it doesn't become very distinct in terms of the flavors, unlike the previous one. So I'd say this is the one where I would say I don't know if I would pay that premium, whereas the previous two really provided something. I mean, the mouthfeel is better, but...
I would agree. I wouldn't pay the premium for this. You're getting an elevation over the regular one, but you're getting mostly mouthfeel and intensified flavors, which you get with
them.
Yeah, the finish is definitely better. I mean, like, everything is incrementally better, but it's not $300.
Totally agree. Yeah. Totally agree. And I think that's the re-import price. I think it's probably going to be less than that, especially in Japan. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, can I drink this all day? Yes, absolutely.
Totally.
But
it's delicious. None of us would turn down a glass.
But after a couple glasses, if I had secretly swapped this with the regular Hibiki, I think you would not know.
Yeah, I see that.
I know.
All right. Well,
it's pretty confident.
Let's keep moving. Let's get to the age stated. All right, pass on down the 17.
That's what I'm talking about.
So this is the age stated 17-year-old Hibiki. Very, very hard to find these days.
Hello, my friend.
And let's be careful with the pouring here. You guys can have seconds if you need it.
Careful.
But
Delicious.
We can let it open up for a second. I'm going to do a close-up here of the bottle so we can see the really awesome look there with the 17, 43%. The back has the gold motif. Very cool. Okay, so 17, guys. Mm-hmm. How is the nose?
Just really great.
But not as oaky as I was expecting.
I don't think it ever had oak.
I think
Are you mixing that up with the
Masters.
Suntories and the Hakushus, maybe?
This is Suntory.
Sorry. Yamazakis, the Yamas?
No, I just think that the Masters read with more wood on the nose than this.
You know what I like about this? You know how we talked about these two down here, the Select and the Blossom?
No, that's Masters.
No,
Yeah, Master Select and Master Blossom. So, you know how they kind of shifted the spectrum a little bit, and you're experiencing these things. This one basically gives you the breadth. And I feel like the aroma gives me an adventure. It allows me to really, really experience kind of the breadth of, aromas.
This is more in line with the Blossom to me.
Agreed.
Incorrect.
And it's just increasing intensity again, I think.
Completely
No,
incorrect.
it doesn't have the wood. The Masters had way more wood.
Yeah, so your breath is
there.
cut off.
Just look at the color. You can tell it's darker.
Wood is there.
Maybe not.
See?
It is slightly
See
dark.
that?
It is slightly darker.
Hopefully they didn't cut Dutch being wrong, but...
Dude, it's way more floral than wood.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're smoking.
Floral, yeah, because it added everything.
I know. But it's more on the floral spectrum. All right, how's the palate, guys?
Oh, there it goes. The mouthfeel is just on a different level, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the mouthfeel is just...
Smooth.
Velvet. Velveteen. Oh,
It's really freaking nice.
it is nice. The finish is just velvety. Yeah. It is a
It still doesn't justify the price of this one for me.
I mean, I'm setting the price aside, and like, what do I gain from drinking the 17 year? Well, I get to experience Suntory spectrum, the entire spectrum. I get to get the balancing act. You're paying for the balancing and the blending, and then you also get the finish, which is just velvety and elegant. It is long finish.
I don't know. I think all those
wonderful.
are, you describe it for all of these. I think the mouthfeel, what you said earlier, is what you're really paying
I think the
for.
mouthfeel is the best.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just...
I don't think the finish is significantly better than the Masters or the Blossom.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Or even the blenders.
It's like if I went to a grocery store in the fruit section and I just go in and like during the summer when everything is ripe, you just get this like just bouquet of different fruits, and it's just nice. It just draws you in. You know, if you focus it, you can kind of say, oh, I smell the peaches over there. Oh, I smell the raspberries over there. I smell the blueberries over here. You know, the dragon fruits over here. You know, these are the things that come to mind. Essentially, it's delicious. Now the question is, why is this, like, how is this different? Like the 17 year different from the Yamazaki 18 and the Hakushu 18?
Well, it's a different flavor profile. It's the blend. I mean, that's what you're paying for. But I mean, it falls in line with these. Like the flavors really echo to me the Master and the Blender. Mm-hmm. I mean, and the regular. It's just
the profile's
it's elevated. It's a little more intense. I think the mouthfeel is better. I didn't get the crazy good finish you got. It's good. It's a little bit better than the others.
Yeah.
But to me, it's not like
a little bit better. No.
Yeah, to me, it's a little bit better. I don't think it's much
huge.
better.
No, it's a big difference.
I don't see a huge improvement over either of these, the Blender or the Master. It is an improvement, no doubt, but not.
But I think it's
2-3
mostly in the
times
mouth.
better.
I mean, again, I'll say hats off because I envy you. Because you can experience the same thing with the cheaper stuff.
Totally.
You know?
I mean, $150 versus $500, it's a no-brainer.
I mean, like this doesn't cut it for me. In terms of,
see, he can buy the $500 bottle.
You know, I want that experience at the next level, and this is starting to give it to me.
All right, Mr. Monopoly.
Exactly. So how many of these you have on your plane?
He caught himself. All right, well, speaking of expensive, let's get to the last one. That's right, the 21. Cracker.
That's offensive.
All right, pass on down to 21. All right, what we've really been waiting for here.
Oh, yeah, there we go. This is why I came. Actually, you know what?
Nice. All right, let's take a quick look at the bottle.
Can you get a close-up of the cap as well?
Yeah, well. So 21-year-old, 43%. Look at the black motif and the topper there. So cool. It's upside down. Look at that. Very, very cool. And in the back, also with the black motif. 21 years old. All right. Pass it on down. Okay. I'm going to be extremely careful with this one because I don't want to spill any of this very valuable liquid gold. An amazing bottle. We were lucky enough to get it at an amazing price. These days, it is, number one, impossible to find. But you're probably paying, $1,000 for a bottle at least, right?
Ridiculous.
And, if you have the money to burn, it might be worth it to you.
Oh, man, here we go.
All right, so 21 years old, definitely darker. You can see the color difference, at least for us on the table. We can see the color difference pretty easily. How is the nose, guys?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's your masterclass.
Here's your elevation.
Come on, yeah.
Everything that you were saying about the 17, I'm getting
Not
it
just
now.
elevation, yeah, exactly. And then now the breath.
This is where it opens
the
up.
full spectrum.
So I will once again echo what I said in the 17, but it's just basically 10 times better. Everything is just amplified.
This is Superman.
Yeah, it is. It is just beautiful. Masterclass. This is what you pay for.
See, now here you're getting...
Craftsmanship.
Want to stop nosing it.
I know, you're getting every aspect on the nose. Like, you're getting the wood on the nose, you're getting the fruit on the nose, you're getting every single floral hit that you got on the blossom, you're getting all the oak from the master.
All the sweetness.
What do you get the peach on this too again?
The peach is just
but the peach
anchor.
is like rendered really well.
Yeah, it's anchored, right?
Yeah.
So you got the unripe peach, then you got the ripe peach, you get the stewed peach, you get the jam, peach jam, and then you start over with all the other fruits, right? You get the grapes, you get the dates, you get the raisins, you get all of those things, and then you go back again, and you get all the floral, you get all of the. In fact, I think you also get the wood represented in a extremely careful way.
Yeah,
right?
Perfectly
palatable.
It is. It's perfectly balanced. It is not overwhelming. It is. You can never say that this is over oaked in any.
No, I mean at least not on the nose.
Oh man, this is just
but this is like the
intensity
experience is like when you walk through, like you're walking on the sidewalk and all of a sudden you pass by like honeysuckle. It's like you just get that waft of it. You know what I mean?
Waft of it. Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I feel like it's like when you go to a farm that has peaches.
Yeah.
And you're just walking through it. Just like, oh.
But you're not only going through like, the farm portion, but then also the processing area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're getting
you're getting that. You're getting all of that.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It just as you nose this. Remind yourself you're nosing a whiskey.
Yeah.
Waves and waves.
That's insane.
Pleasant aromas.
It almost doesn't compute.
It doesn't compute. It's almost like if you gave somebody who didn't nose whiskey. I mean, obviously they might detect ethanol, but for us,
that's exactly what I was going to say.
It doesn't even smell like a
this
whiskey.
is this is more like people go, oh, why do people drink whiskey? Why do people drink hard liquor? Like you go. We'll tell you why. Knows this.
It's gonna cost you $1,000.
It's just gonna blow you away. It'll blow you away.
It'll blow your pocket away.
Yeah, it'll blow your pocketbook apart. Shall we go in, guys?
Let's go.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Oh,
21
my gosh.
years.
It is so delicious. 21. When I first started drinking alcohol, started with my wines.
Yeah, there you go.
My Highland Parks.
Wow.
Oh, the mouthfeel. Once again, it's just
everything.
An elevation.
And the oak. This is
but see here too, the finish. I'm actually detecting more. Like I'm getting flavor out of the finish.
No. New flavors in the finish.
Yeah, the oak changes.
The oak changes.
It changes, but then the oak becomes a platter.
More now. Yeah.
Once again, the platter in which not just fruit, but flour.
Flour, exactly. I was going to say like a wooden tray of flowers.
Exactly. Oh boy, this is.
That's great.
Oh boy,
masterclass.
Oh boy.
It's really whenever I drink it.
Dylan's crying. They should have sent a poet.
Dylan's eye.
Yeah. Whenever I drink this, I think of that time when I walked through Venmo and I passed on it because it was just there, and I was like, whatever, it's gonna be
I'm
there.
not spending $400 on a whiskey.
Yeah, it's gonna be there like next week or whatever, and then
See, this is what I go down in price.
This is what I love. This is To me, this is the masterful blending of having 21 years worth of oak in this glass with no tannic. And it being perfectly balanced with the sweets and the florals. So you can still detect all of those. Like the oak's not washing them out.
Right.
The floral and the sweet and the fruits are like enhancing the oak.
Right. I think, you know what? I want to make a commentary about our Curiosity Public Universe and the members here.
Hashtag CPU.
So I think one of the things that we want to convey and we want to share basically with our viewers and our members is that, like, when we talk about bourbon, for example, and we say that it is over oaked, you know, because we have experiences like this where we have masterclass experiences and examples of how they can manipulate the wood in such a way that it elevates these spirits. And so when we see the flaws in it, sometimes when other folks might disagree with our assessment of, let's say, being over oaked or the flavor being off, like, I wish they could understand and share in this journey so that academically, by learning about something like this, it will teach you more about the bourbon. It will teach you about scotch. It will teach you about rum. It will teach you about tequila. And so all of these things, all of the knowledge that we've gained, it really provides a nice perspective. And I'm hoping that all of our members will become elevated in such a way that we can share in this together. But boy, I wish I could share 21 with everyone. I wish we had more of
it. I wish it was easier to get.
Yeah, honestly. We could just say, you want to know what people can do with the oak component, with the wood component? Here it is.
And that's, I think, another thing. As you go on this journey, you know, you reach a certain point where, I can start detecting flavors. And, now the ethanol's not burning.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people get drawn to the sweet. Right. Because that's easy. And then I think once people accept that, then they get really drawn to the oak.
Right.
Because that's really interesting. It's new. But then I think as you progress, you get other flavors. You get the floral. I think we all were obsessed with the floral for a long time. But I think where we are now, to me, my obsession is balance.
Yeah.
You know, it's so
craftsmanship.
Hard to get these things in balance where you can taste them all. Right. Like this has everything. It has floral. It has oak. It has fruit. It has it all.
Masterclass in balance. Yeah.
And I think that's why, you know, the longer you're at it, balance becomes the most intriguing thing. Yeah. It's like, have you balanced the flavors here?
Yeah.
Is there a point? Is there a counterpoint?
People sometimes ask, like, what is the point of drinking like a $10,000 a glass, 1 ounce pour of something? And I go, well, it's not that the flavor itself is, 10,000 times better than whatever base spirit of that line may be. For me, the academic experience in drinking that and saying, oh, I see what this master blender / distiller did, or, oh, there's a flavor profile that I now know what an extreme version may be. And so these are the reasons why I think we want to go on this journey. And my hope is that our viewers will, kind of through osmosis, virtual osmosis, and try to explore it with us over time. Yeah.
All right, well, let's do a little bit of a recap. All right. So we just tasted this lineup, pretty much a pretty good representation of the Hibiki lineup. Obviously, I think we're all blown away by the 21. But let's talk. I have a couple of questions. So first thing, let's say, did we all agree the 21 was our favorite? Hands down.
Hands down.
Okay, so let's take the 21 out. I would agree with you there. I would skip the 17. I would skip the blender. Yeah. I would put this a little bit ahead of almost all of them.
Agreed.
I mean, not the 21, obviously, but like this one really did stand out to me.
Yeah, same here.
To me, this is part of a pair. Like I cannot see the Blossom alone, and I cannot see the Blender Select alone for me.
I disagree.
I want
this
both.
alone.
No, this is Master Select. I can see the Master Select alone.
Or Master Select.
I can't actually see the Blossom alone.
Exactly.
The Blossom needs this counterpoint. This doesn't need that, I think.
Agreed.
It can stand on its own.
Yeah.
It's better with both of them. I would agree, but this one did stand out to me. Yep. So Master Select would be my pick.
Same.
Outside of the 21. So let's have you two?
Yeah.
And you say both of these, Dylan? You can't pick one. If you had to pick one.
I'll pick this.
Outside of the 21, if you had to pick one.
Yeah.
Outside of the 21, if you had to pick one, which one?
Kobayashi Maru it and go this.
Your own custom blend.
Exactly.
I can't pick half of something.
Okay,
That's the problem.
There you go. That's okay.
Like, ironically,
This isn't a math test.
no. You know what? The irony here is that I would actually go with this.
That's what I was going to say. That actually makes more sense
because
that's more like
because would I either pick these two? I would go.
Well, it's
for
kind of
this,
like
obviously.
this plus this
equals almost.
Yeah.
Almost
equals one half of this.
Yeah.
It's just.
But is it worth this price? No, but. You know, I would say if you're asking me, like, I want some of this, I want some of this at the concentrations that I expect it to be, this would provide it. And that really, once again, tells you what they're doing, and they're doing it right. The Suntory line makes sense.
Exquisite,
yeah.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about price and value. So 21, we all agreed was our favorite.
Yeah.
How much would you pay for a bottle?
Current prices.
Current price.
You'd pay market?
Yeah.
Market's what, like $1,200 right now for that at least? I don't even know what the current going rate is. I mean, you can Google it, but it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I mean, we were able to score that bottle, I think, for around like $470 or $480, something crazy good.
I mean, if you can get that,
I would pick up another one at $500-600. I would.
Agreed.
Because it's just that good.
It's
but
still a steal.
You can't get it.
I mean, for $500-600, like, there are so many lesser. I mean, it's like it retails for that's a retail price for a lot of much more inferior products these days. And so I would say, I hate to say this, but I would pay probably $900.
Yeah, I mean, it's that good. It is that good.
I mean, like, I would just never ever purchase any of these, and I would just say it's like buying 10 Hibikis.
Yep.
I go, you know what? This is worth
saving up for
10 to 20 Hibikis.
So let's talk about the rest of the lineup then. Which one of these do you think you would buy again at list price? I think I would skip the 17 personally.
Yeah.
I would probably skip the blenders.
Really?
But these two, the Blossom.
This was $300, right?
That was $299. Yeah, okay. But again, that was a re-import. You know, if you get it, I think if you get it in Japan, it's probably going to be cheaper.
$200, yeah.
Maybe even cheaper. I, got the Masters for $150. I would think I would get that again. But by the same token, I think this whole thing has shown me that how good of a value the regular one actually is.
With what you're getting.
Because you get
the base.
You get the base of all of this.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the oak.
Right.
It doesn't have the wood as much as the other ones do. But it gives you a good representation of what's to come. And if you really like this, if you really like regular Hibiki, then this journey is going to be kind of interesting. It's probably going to be worth it.
Look, I don't go crazy over the Blossom every year. If it's available, and it's usually for me, it is available. You just have to be vigilant about it. I pick these up every year. Right. Yeah. I mean, I do if it's available.
But we saying, though. I think I'd rather pick this up at $150 duty free.
Oh, for sure. If I'm traveling, I would pick that up. But I mean, domestically, I see this every year. And it's like, if it's sold out, I go, I'm not, I don't lose sleep over it. But if in front of me, sure.
Going rate is about $250 for that.
Sure. I mean, I'll pick it up. But,
I don't know. I don't know that I would at $250 personally.
Well, I will say,
I think I'm passing.
Full disclosure, I will say the only reason I do that is because this is not available all the time.
The 21's impossible.
And I want an elevated experience in the Hibiki line, and typically I don't see this either.
17.
And this is hard to find.
That's hard to. Yeah.
This is hard to find too.
Blenders,
Just the fact that this is always available. These two tend to be always on the market for me.
The regular
that is not marked up insanely. Like, this is near my. There's a liquor store.
Okay,
They're selling this for $3,000.
Say which bottles you're talking about.
Oh, sorry. So there's a liquor store near me that's selling the Hibiki 21 year for like $3,999. And so obviously that's out of my price range. But yeah, it's
Jules,
really tough.
Jules, the bargain man. Which one are you buying, and how much are you paying? So what would you pay for the 21?
I think I might actually go at market rate, dude. At $1,200 even.
Wow.
If Jules is going to do it.
Let's put it this way. I usually don't talk like this, but this might get me to FOMO territory. Like, I would need to experience this at least once.
Here's the other thing. Is that we have this bottle,
right,
and I don't feel that. If I'd only gotten to try it, exactly, I might be with you.
That's the thing. Like, if I don't have this, right? I mean, I can come to the studio, sure, have a pour, but if I don't have this, and I don't, but it's like, I think I'm reaching FOMO levels.
Yeah, I hear you.
So...
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely.
Okay, how about the rest of the lineup?
I don't talk like that.
How about the rest of the lineup, though? Because we all agree, like, the 21's an anomaly in this lineup. I mean,
it is
amazing.
I would actually go for this because I like this one that much.
Masters.
And it's like, let me go fly out of town and pick it up kind of thing. But I see also, I get Dylan's point. I mean, you do have opportunity every year to get this. I've seen it on the shelves. Yeah. You know, I mean, yeah, you do need to be vigilant. I mean, you got to
You are missing
with all
a
the
significant
Costco
component of the
players and all
spectrum
that.
for sure. You're missing
Right,
that.
you're missing it. But
Yeah, but you know, just
I
to
think-
experience the floral component.
Yeah.
Like the way I look at this is like, yes, I miss this, and this is not my daily drinker, and yet, you know, I just want to experience pieces of the 21.
Right.
This gives me a piece of the 21 to some degree.
Yeah.
Obviously, it doesn't have the age and stuff,
So
but
you're talking about the Blossom, but like what if you're at a bar and they've got a pour of the 21? What's your price limit?
Ooh,
Would you pay $100 for a
2
pour?
ounce pour.
how much? 2 ounce?
For $100, yeah, it's kind of
That's almost a no-brainer.
No, $100.
It's not going to be 100. It's going to be
For
like
2 ounce?
300.
No,
think so?
let's talk about this. I think the more realistic pour price for this would be about $250 to $300.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
2 ounce.
Yeah, for 2 ounce.
If you're lucky,
Yep, I agree.
they can probably charge
More. Because you see this for 3,000.
I don't know, man. I had a Hakushu 18 for like 50 or 60 for 2 ounces.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, this
that's
is
in that price range.
Yeah, that would be
Okay,
a little
would
bit
you?
more.
Let me ask you: would you drink 2 ounce pour, $200?
If I'd never had it before, I absolutely would.
too.
If it's within your budget, it's worth trying.
Totally.
It,
I would
think.
too, man.
If you've never had it before, I wouldn't because I've had
Again,
it.
this gets me to FOMO
Okay,
levels.
here we
and
go.
I don't talk
Here we
like
go.
that.
We're gonna travel soon. If it's there for $200, I totally buy it.
I'll buy
the
it.
price.
Both of you a pour.
Yeah.
Wow, there you guys heard it.
There you go.
Captured on video.
Committed.
There you
I
go.
don't think I would personally because I've had it. If I hadn't had it, I would pay $200.
It depends.
If I found it for a
if
bargain-
it's the end of the day and
Well,
it was
dude,
the
a
end of a
bargain
long
everyone
week.
will buy. But
If we've had a lot of free whiskey and gambled a lot and won, then sure, yeah. If we're
Well,
up,
I mean,
I'll buy
look,
you guys a portion.
you know, I would say.
I love how Dutch has these stipulations.
I can just see myself going.
I know, he's doing the math,
being a little
guys.
drunk,
Yeah.
having a few extra bucks in my wallet.
I don't
I'll
need to be
just-
drunk.
I'll
I'll just be like, hey, it's on the menu, 200, let's go.
Okay, I will speak humbly about myself when I say I work very hard, and so it might be a nice treat. I know you guys don't work,
I was
so
gonna say, weren't you on vacation just yesterday?
you know, you guys, what do you guys do? I don't know.
For him, work is
next
flying back and forth to his island.
you guys are walking
That's
around
so
barefoot,
hard.
barefoot
So
on the
much work.
beach all day. You know,
On your beach.
He's not even flying the plane. Dude.
yeah.
We're basically his pool guy. Exactly. We share the duties.
I
I'm
mean,
the dishwasher.
this might be my treat for the year. You know, this might be my treat. I might not drink this every month, but you know, at the
I'd say
one
so
year, I'd say
it's worth
birthday gift $200.
It's worth saving up for if you're a whiskey fan, if you like Japanese whiskey.
Yeah.
And you can put away, $100 a month or something.
Yeah.
That's a nice one to save up for. It'd take you a year to save up for it maybe, but it's kind of a special bottle, and it
put it on
really
the credit card.
it lives up to the hype.
Jules lives on the credit card.
Financial advice from Jules.
Don't take
Do
it.
not follow. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, this has been super fun. I really didn't think we were going to find this as interesting as we did. It really
It was
eye-opening.
really eye-opening. I don't think I've ever had it like one after the other.
That's why we do the drink throughs. Let us know what you guys think, Jules.
Yeah, tell us in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. Either way, let us know. Subscribe for more videos from Curiosity Public. If you want to help us out, please consider joining Curiosity Private membership program here on YouTube and Patreon. We are selling t-shirts. That one. Links will be in the description. And we
suspiciously
do
like this
have,
one.
right, it does, a podcast. And then Dylan's just like, what are you doing, man? We have a podcast on the major podcast platforms out there. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious.
I mean, do you think that that Ascot guy is gonna steal our drink through since he already stole our taste off?
I know.
It's like, seriously, guy? Like, you just ripping people off?
Tell us how you really feel.
Jesus.
I would not spend the money on the 17 again.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Pay for it.
It's kind of the dud.
Yeah,
Of these.
it is a dud. It's a flat.
I mean, I'd rather have the blunders.
Yeah.
I think it was just as good.
Yeah.
It's bold.
Yeah.
It's definitely bold.
This is incredible. This was incredible.
Yeah, that's a great lineup, guys.
It's fun.
I'm shocked at just how good these are, even in comparison to the 21. Like, yes, 21 is next level, but
Yeah.
you get so much of the experience with these two.
I was having buyer's remorse about the Harmony, the Blossom.
It's really good.
I mean, I have several bottles of these, and I go, why do I have several bottles of these? Is it like
good.
That's a beautiful bottle too. I mean,
I guess I'll crack it open.
but I'm definitely getting this again at duty free.
Yeah,
I mean,
me too, man. I'll pick that
This
up.
is so drinkable, and you don't feel bad about killing a bottle.
Yeah, if you see it, just buy me a couple bottles.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Okay, because we're your mules too.
True.
What, you guys do nothing. You
show up
guys
anyway.
literally are walking around on the beach